Now we are on page 141, and this is called Understanding the Standard Algorithm. So first, we're going to use the standard algorithm first. If you don't remember all the steps in the standard algorithm, don't worry, we are going to do it together right here. One thing that's confusing is the authors of the book put the problem in this grid pattern. I know for me, my writing is too big. This grid pattern is too small for me. So I'm going to just rewrite and complete the problem on the side. And as you can see, my numbers are a little bit bigger. Okay, let's do the standard algorithm together. So we're going to start with the ones. 6 times 6 is 36. So remember, I'm going to put my 6 here, and I'm going to carry my 3 at the top. Now I'm going to multiply 6 times 4. But remember, that's actually 40, but we call it a 4. So this is 6 times 40 plus 3, but we just call it 6 times 4. So I'm going to go 6 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, 27. There's the 27. Okay, I am all done with the 6. I have no more numbers to multiply. So I'm going to cross out the 6. I'm going to cross out the 3 because I do not need it anymore. Now I'm going to put the 0 as the placeholder right here. Don't forget that. That's really important. And then I'm going to focus on the 3. Remember, this is not a 3. This is actually 30. But when we use a standard algorithm, we call it the 3, but it's actually 30. So this is 30, or 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Remember, put the 1s here, regroup the 1, and put the 1 right here. So I did 6 times 3 is 18. Now I'm going to go 4 times 3. Remember, this is not 4 times 3. It's actually 40 times 30. It's the very last part of the partial products. 4 times 3, or 40 times 3. We know 4 times 3 is 12. Add the 1, which is 13. Now I'm going to add together. So I have 1,656. Okay, now we're going to do the same problem, but we're going to use the area model, and you're going to see how they're both related. Okay, now we're going to do the same problem that we did above, but we're going to use the area model. I'm going to go ahead and let you do this part on your own. And then when you are done, go ahead and, well, first pause the video, do the problem on your own. When you're finished, play the video back so you can check your work. If you're still confused, you can go ahead and still follow along. So remember, do the area area model first. Record your partial products. But remember, you're going to start with A. Remember, we're actually working backwards. A, B, C, and D. Okay, go ahead and get started. Here is my completed problem using the area model and the partial products. So I noticed that I don't have a lot of room to write my problems, so I just wrote them on the outside. So I start with 6 times 6 is 36, and then I start with 6 times 40, 240. Then I go to C, 6 times 30 is 180, and then 40 times 30 is 1,200. I went ahead and added up my partial products and came up with the exact same answer as I did using the standard algorithm. Okay, now that you've had that finished, you can go ahead and we're going to answer question 1 and 2 together. Okay, question 1 asks, can you find the numbers we got by using the sketch and the 4 partial products method in the standard algorithm? Where are they? So right here, I want you to look back at the standard algorithm and see if you can find some of the answers that we got in the partial products in the standard algorithm. If you go ahead and study both the methods, you're going to kind of see where those numbers are. One number that I can see right away is I see the 36 in the standard algorithm. So if I look back at my standard algorithm, I can see the 36. It was right at the very beginning. 6 times 6 is 36. So I was able to find that pretty easily. Another number I can see, and it's a little hidden, but you can probably see it too, is the 1,200. I know the 1,200 would be right here, but it's not 1,200, it's 1,380. So I wonder if you can see where we got the 1,380. So I see the 1,200, and I notice when I add 1,200 plus 180, I get 1,380. So this part right here, I can see it's this and this added together, which is really cool. Another thing I can see is, you see the 240 and you see the 36? Now when I add 240 plus 36, I get 276. So if you use your calculator and you add this product and this product together, you can see it right here. So all of these partial products are in this problem, but they're a little bit disguised. So I'm gonna, right here, I'm gonna add, for number one, I'm gonna say that I can see 276 by adding 240 plus 36 to get 276. Okay, that's one example. There are other answers that you can write here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to number two, and we can do number two together. So number two is asking you, what are some things that you really need to pay attention to when you're using the standard multiplication algorithm? So let me take you back. This is the standard multiplication algorithm. So what are some things that we have to be extra careful when we're using this strategy? I bet you can come up with some examples. I know right away it's so important, and I'm going to do a bullet point. It's really important that you regroup your answers. Remember, just like addition, we have to regroup when we're multiplying. One other thing that we have to remember is when we're regrouping, we have to add the number at the top. So a lot of students will forget to add when we regroup. So I'm going to write remember to add. And then remember, also so important, we always have to put that 0 as a placeholder. So a lot of students will forget to put that 0 as a placeholder. So that's something I have to remember. Place 0 as a placeholder. And really also, this goes with whenever we're solving any type of math problems, it's so important that you carefully stack or line up the digits. That goes with also when we're adding and subtracting decimals. Remember, it's so important that you stack and add up your digits because you can make mistakes that way. Okay, we are all done with page 141. We're going to go on to page 142.